Yo people, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and stuff. This is kind of like the New Year type of video for you today from LCUK with me, Shiva Wilson. How you lot doing? It's the new year, either now or coming up or just gone past. Yeah, it's probably just gone past by the time you see this video by the feeling of it. So yeah, if you're watching this now, there's still time to think about the new year resolutions and your ideas moving forward, your plans and stuff. So I was just thinking maybe I should do a New Year's resolution or plans type of video for you people about cannabis legalization in the UK. Let's think of some plans. I think this coming year is going to be a bigger year than my previous year because I only got started like 6 months ago on the legalization channel idea. So, it was my first year doing a proper YouTube channel with a purpose and a vision, if you like. I had a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I already reached that, so that was really good. I also then set a second goal, which was to achieve 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, which I have not achieved. I got halfway there, so well, hey, those were big goals, really big goals for me. 1,000 subscribers was like going to be totally undoable, never going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to get there at all, kind of thing. It's just like it was an impossibility in my mind, shall we say. And so I actually prayed to the gods, especially Lord Shiva, and I asked him for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I also wanted 1,000 videos, 1,000 views per video. These were my YouTube goals. So I don't know if you want to start thinking about your goals for yourself for the year coming up. So let me think. Well, I will definitely want 5,000 subscribers by the end of next year, but that's like a low goal. So I would suggest that I would want probably 10,000 subscribers by the end of next year. By the end of 2025, I'm setting a New Year's resolution, a goal, and a prayer. So I pray to Lord Shiva for, and he's popped up there. Bing! Lord Shiva himself. From the Hindu tradition, I pray to him myself. You may do if you wish to as well. I don't think there's any kind of rules against, you may pray to Lord anyone may pray to Lord Shiva if they wish to. There we go. Pray to whoever you like, but I'm going to pray to Lord Shiva and I'm going to ask him for 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, Lord Shiva. Thank you very much. Good night. Amen. I'll pray to him properly, in my own time, but that was a public goal setting. Can be good. Can be good to set goals in public, I've heard from motivational speakers, to tell other people what your goals are, to then they can try and hold you to those goals and resolutions. So I don't know if you've ever heard of that idea of go and broadcast your goals out in public and tell people what your resolutions are, and then you may be more likely to stick to them. So one of my resolutions is I'm going to really hold off the shorts on YouTube. Apparently shorts are hurting my channel, and I have seen it from my analytics. So I'm going to hold back on the shorts and just go for longer form videos for you guys, even if they're like just rambly ones like this, rather than necessarily informative or educational or entertaining or whatever. If they're just a ramble about flower, cannabis, legalization in general, or if they're more personal or whatever, I'm just going to try and hold back off the shorts. They're so tempting, but they kind of skew the feeling of where my channel is going and where my message is going. My message was getting out to a lot of people, but those people weren't kind of coming back to see the longer content videos. And that's where the channel began, with the longer content videos. So I needed to try and shift the balance back to longer content videos so that we can actually get a message across that's longer than 1 minute or whatever. There's 3-minute shorts now on YouTube. I'm not sure about those. I haven't made up my mind about them, but they might be a way to go for some slightly longer content. So those are my goals. I'm going to hold off for the shorts for 3 months. I'm going to try and get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think those are doable. 10,000 subscribers should be definitely doable in a year. So if I max that out before the end of the year, then I might go up to 25,000 will be the next goal after that. And then we'll just keep growing the message, growing the content, growing the following, starting to meet up. Like our first meet up will be in April 20th in London, Hyde Park. Definitely by the time it gets to 4:20 p.m, I'll want to meet up with a few of you people who watch these videos. It'd be really good. And hang out and exchange pleasantries, shall we say. You know what I'm talking about. Have a chat and suss out what's going on, and go meet up with other people, hang out, and do LCUK kind of things. Talking about the legalization of weed, obviously, is what we'll be talking about. And there'll be a subtle element of protest, I would presume, as well. Subtle element of protest, yeah. But the laws seem like they're starting maybe to relax. At least the enforcement of those laws is starting to relax. So we're getting to a point where it may feel in some places in the UK a little bit like Amsterdam, on the level of, I've heard from people saying that they just smoke in front of police officers and no one gives a damn. And I think my girlfriend would also attest to the fact that in Leeds, they quite often just wander around smoking in front of police officers and they don't give a damn. I've heard it in Manchester. I've heard it's in Birmingham. I've heard it's in Slough. I've heard it's in Surrey, Durham. I've heard that's going around. So that's like, it's sort of a bit like a toleration policy is emerging, decriminalisation by stealth. So that makes things feel a lot better. I just say, also, I have said that. Yeah, so that was it. New Year's resolutions. What do we want to do? We want to try and get cannabis legalised, yes, obviously, but there are steps along the way to that. Are there any other things we can do that we want to have as milestones or goals? I think meeting up is one of them. Subscriber count on my part, that's what I can do. But like, how do we get the message out to the public and to politicians, and what is that message exactly? Why should we legalize cannabis in the UK? It has to be specific to us in the UK, with our specific needs, our specific issues, our specific politicians, our specific people, our specific culture, our specific stoners, us. It has to be for us in the UK. Us in the UK. US, UK. Yeah, well, it has to be for us. It has to be the right policy for us as a people. We've got to consider the non-stoners. We've got to consider medical patients. I'm speaking like I'm a politician myself. Well, I'm not a politician, obviously. But it has to be the right policy for the UK, for people to get behind it in the first place, as a vision, as a goal. And eventually, I would hope that, without even any input on our part, it will become legalized, because I'm optimistic and I look at the way the world's going. Given enough time, how much time that might be 20 years. But given enough time, I feel like even in the UK, it could be legalized, because they've already legalized medical cannabis. And that shows some willingness, at least, to deal with the plant itself. So the government is learning slowly about dealing with this plant in a responsible way. So, there's a possibility that because of medical cannabis being legalized, the government overall has actually got an opening to it, because they've already allowed a hell of a lot of uses of it. For lots of different conditions. So, that gives us hope as well, I think. A lot of countries that have legalized recreational cannabis legalized medical cannabis first. So that's a milestone already achieved. So what are the steps along the way? I think if we could get a discussion into Parliament, that would be another milestone. To actually have a video of a discussion around the legalisation of cannabis in the UK Parliament, the British Parliament. I've seen it in the Australian Parliament. I've seen it in the Irish government. I've seen them talking about it in the USA. I've seen videos of Canadian President Justin Trudeau speaking about it, but not much. There are some videos about UK politicians speaking about it, but not of late, not recently. I mean, Australia actually had a vote recently in their parliament about legalization, and it came out as being no. But we don't have anything near a vote coming up on cannabis legalization. You know, we need to get these petitions to work for us, to get them into a debate into Parliament. So how about we get a petition to 100,000 signatures? That could be a goal for us in the new year. Get one petition to 100,000 signatures. We've seen from the general election petition that it is doable to get a petition above like 1 million petition signatures. So that's an idea. So 100,000 signatures on the decriminalization petition on the government website. 100,000 signatures, say by the end of the year. Yeah, but it's going to be by the end of the 6 months period. So it'll probably be around May, I think that one ends. So yeah, by the end of the petition, we want to try and get one of these petitions to 100,000 signatures. Now, I think we should go for the decriminalization one because it would possibly allow for people to grow their own. Maybe. I'm not sure. But that would be a subtle form of legalization, would be to grow your own. And there's a grow your own petition available as well. But I'm going to back the decriminalize and reclassify or declassify. You have to check out the petition, but there's 2 cannabis petitions out there at the moment. So let's try and get the decriminalize one into the 100,000 signature mark. Then it will be considered for a debate. It's not obligated for them to debate it, but it will be considered for a debate in Parliament. So yeah.
Can I word bomb your video?
Word bomb my video?
Is it possible you can get high off turkey?
Is it possible that you can get high off turkey, she says. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think I shall leave it there because we've got too high on turkey, you know. So it's New Year's Day, but I will leave it there. So goals, 10,000 subscribers for me, 100,000 signatures for the team LCUK on a decriminalised cannabis petition and a debate in Parliament about it. How about that? Those are some goals for 2025. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Shiva Wilson, and we have been trying to LCUK, legalise cannabis in the UK. Good night.